Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a commentary with SungiProS versus Argos Zenex here on Shakuras Plateau. With me is theWife doing the dual commentaries.
You know, something I noticed, Argos Zenith is now Argos Zenex. Does that mean he's an official, professional now and not just a minor league player?
Well, I think he's considered an A-class player, not S-class. A-class versus S-class, you can read up on the Team Liquid forums outside or on their website. They pretty much explain what the difference is between those two.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's Zenex and Zenith. There's a clan, and there's also like a professional team. I don't think that Argos is on their official professional team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is Argos still a high schooler, right?
Yeah, I think Argos is still a high school. Argos is still a high school. I think he's like 16, 17. He's a really, really strong player.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So this is Shakuras Plateau. This is a mirror match, but both players opening up with pretty different strategies. You can see that Argos opening up with a spawning pool first. Meanwhile, back over here we have SungiProS. We have Overlord, and now he is not opening up with a spawning pool, so he may be trying to go for an early hatchery. No, he is going to go Extractor first, and then a spawning pool. So yeah.
It looks like a slimy worm violating those holes.
Yes, nice choice of words.
No problem.
Yeah. So yeah, and that extractor is going to be coming up, and then we should see a spawning pool. And what this is going to allow him to do is right as that extractor is completed, he should be able to transfer in 3 drones and get exactly 100 gas by the time that spawning pool is done. And then you can see that's what the gas looks like for the Zerg, the little blue bio balls. And then he should probably pull off all of the drones off of gas, and then just try to use the metabolic boosted blings.
What are these again?
And this is the spawning pool.
What's it gonna spawn?
Well, the spawning pool turns, and the spawning pool doesn't actually spawn anything. The spawning pool allows you to turn your larva into Zerglings.
Where do you get larva from?
Larva comes from the hatchery.
It's naturally just transported in.
No, the hatchery just hatches larva.
So why did he make a Overlord so early?
Well, Overlords are used as like your pylons or your supply depots.
Oh, so yeah, it's a farm.
It's a farm. It's a flying farm. So you can now see the metabolic boost, and he's not transferring his drones off of gas. So he may be trying to go for a different strategy, and now we already see very early Zerglings coming in. So 6 Zerglings now trying to pour their way through 10 Zerglings bringing up the rear, so this is going to be a lot of very early Zerglings, and this may be a problem as the hatchery doesn't have that queen just quite yet. So that queen is going to take another 25 seconds, and now the Zerglings going after just those drones, and now since they're fighting on creep, they are moving relatively quickly, so the Zerglings just dancing around back and forth.
There's no defense against those Zerglings.
No defense, so yeah,
They're
Argos...
like crazy rabid cockroaches.
Yeah, just rabid cockroaches just trying to run and trying to get as much damage as possible. Now the queen's out, so the queen is able to start slashing away. It does have range, and then it has spawn larva, so there will be a lot of larva coming out there. And now the Zergling's just trying to surround that queen.
Yeah, let's see it happen. Come on,
and the queen,
take her down. Take her down.
The queen able to.
Yeah.
So yeah, so what? 4 Zerglings able to take down that very early queen, and now SungiPro being forced to retrain that queen, and that is a very, very heavy loss. You can see that the spawning pool is nearing completion on the metabolic boost, so all of these Zerglings are going to be able to catch up with those Zerglings in just a second, and we should see it come online. One Zergling turning around, and nicely done by Argos. Argos realizing that his opponent was trying to attack move.
Micro.
Yeah, good micro, trying to attack move. And then he split it up, and now in comes...
how come they suddenly got... Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, the speedling boost. So now they're going to be able to catch up really, really quickly. So now they're going to catch up against those 3 poor Zerglings that are trying to run away. We can see that those Zerglings are going to hop, skip, and jump up that ramp, and now perhaps trying to deal some damage, and they are...
Oh, they're going to be surrounded.
No, they're not going to be surrounded. The metabolic boosted lings are much faster, but Argos will get his metabolic boost in about 20 seconds. But we now have a Baneling nest down here coming in from Sungi.
Nice.
So that Sungi is going to be able to hatch Banelings, and one Baneling automatically kills a Zergling.
One Baneling kills one Zergling?
No, when it dies, it kills any Zergling that's around it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's area attack.
Yeah, it's area attack, but it deals exactly 35 damage, so that's why it's so powerful, because it can take down like 20 Zerglings.
You think he's gonna do some Baneling landmines?
No, I don't think he's gonna actually research burrow, but there are 6 Banelings on the top side there, and yeah, so two Banelings just melting away about 8 or 10 Zerglings. Yeah, so very, very early action.
Zerglings are mineral or gas?
Only minerals, 25 minerals each.
Very nice.
But when you train them, you have to train them in a pair, so that's why they cost essentially more. So now one Zergling wants to try to suicide itself against one Baneling, so that is a good trade for Argos. If Argos is able to see, that Zergling costs 25 minerals, the Baneling costs 50 minerals and 25 gas. But those
Is
Banelings...
there ever any chain effect? If one Baneling goes off, does it affect the other ones and cause them to go off?
Well, I think a Baneling can cause an opponent's Baneling to detonate,
But not its own.
But not its own. But if you are careful and you have like a bunch of landmines next to each other, one Baneling could detonate another one, which could detonate your opponent's, and then back and forth.
A fight. Go.
Oh no, just one Zergling there. So the Zerglings are now just trying to melt away at those Banelings. Oh, there goes one, and now we have Roaches. So now Argos coming in with Roaches, and those Roaches are very strong against Banelings, but not so strong against Zerglings. But they're holding themselves on the ramp and able to just push back their opponent. So Argos countering Banelings with Roaches, and now with 5 Roaches here, he's able to hold off this very early, very aggressive attack as long as he stays on that ramp. Zerglings are really good when they can surround a unit and attack from multiple sides. So that's why the Roaches want to stay on that ramp. They are a range attack. So they're able to hold off against those units very, very well.
Now that Argos is going with Roaches, what do you think Sungi's gonna go with?
Sungi could try to go with Roaches of his own, or he could try to go for Mutalisk. Mutalisk, obviously a very good choice, as Mutalisks are in the air and move really quickly. But that would require him to go to tier 2, and I don't think he has enough time to go to tier 2. So he's just getting a Roach Warren of his own.
So it's gonna be Roaches against Roaches?
It's gonna be Roaches against Roaches.
That doesn't sound that fun.
Well, Roaches against Roaches, it just...
Hey, are they flying?
No, they're like hop, skipping, and jumping. They have...
Oh, they're like those lizards in real life.
There's lizards that can fly in real life?
Well, they hop, skip, and jump, and it looks like they're flying.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Argos now trying to pull back. If you take a look at the army, Argos definitely has a stronger army, never mind. Sungi now getting a very, very strong army as well. So both sides just in the seesaw battle going back and forth. We now see a hatchery being placed down by Argos, so Argos trying to win perhaps in a more economic game as there's Zerglings just wandering around. Perhaps they're going to be able to flank out in this position here and overexposing themselves just a little bit, trying to dance back and forth.
Who has more Zerglings? I can't tell.
I can't tell. They're just a sea of Zerglings. I think Argos has a little bit more in that fight, but it's all about positioning. You want to be able to...
It looks like Sungi had better positioning there.
Yeah, Sungi had better positioning, so Argos decided to back off. There's an Overlord right here, so that Overlord is allowing for...
There's an Overlord there too.
Yeah, so both sides are gaining sight. There is this brush here, but those Zerglings... Oh, the Zerglings were able to run by and maybe able to get up that ramp. There are a lot of Roaches, though. So those Roaches are going to be down on the bottom. And 2 Banelings. And those Banelings may detonate in the position. Oh, good gosh, that was a nice...
Totally melted.
Yeah, that melted about 15 Zerglings there.
What was that big butted bug? Oh, well, anyway, what's this? That's being attacked?
That's a hatchery that's that's a drone trying to grow up into a hatchery. Now there are Roaches trying to finish off this hatchery, but it looks like the hatchery has to get cancelled. Down to already 100 hit points and being very, very careful. It has Zerglings just running inside the base now, and that's going to be a problem.
There's the Queen, there's the Queen.
The Queen's not trying to fight back. There is one Spine Crawler. Drones are now pulling back as well. It looks like the hatchery is going to complete, and now the Roaches are just going to stand by there. The Zerglings back over here trying to run back and forth. The Roaches getting a lot of damage onto those Zerglings. Zerglings just running through as well, but the drones are going to be able to attack back, and also one Spine Crawler able to impale as well, and that poor Zergling is going to get melted. So yeah, both sides, a lot of action early on, a lot of Roaches here, more creep tumors now being laid down, allowing these Roaches to move much more quickly. Also a Spine Crawler on the ramp. Yeah, these creep tumors allow for...
I understand it's a growing slimy highway.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why he would try to put it down, because it helps Argos as well.
But it provides Sungi sight.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's the ultimate advantage as well. It's an earlier detection on these Zerglings. So one Baneling now over here, and may have melted that group, and now trying to pull back those Zerglings, now trying to come in, but the Roach is going to be able to finish it off. And now those creep tumors, you can see that even Argos, even though he does get an advantage from them, he wanted to take them down because he doesn't want his opponent to be able to see.
Is that tumor bleeding?
Yeah, it's bleeding. It's all Zerg things are biological, including their buildings.
I just was wondering, why does it heal itself or no?
Yeah, and when it's on creep, it heals itself. So naturally, creep tumors heal itself because it's always going to be on creep.
Oh.
What's up?
Oh, I was just saying there's Zerglings there.
Yeah, there's Zerglings there. Overlords in the middle of the map. I'm taking a look back over here with Spine Crawlers, Roaches. Army-wise, things look, Argos does have a significant advantage, but he's not really able to push up this ramp because of these Spine Crawlers here. The Spine Crawlers will be able to impale many of those Zerglings, and they also have a decent amount of armor, 2 armor, We do see the Zergling damage from 5 down to 3.
What is a good counter against those spine crawlers?
Mutalisks are a very, very strong counter just because spine crawlers can only attack ground. Or just a lot of roaches or a lot of hydralisks. The spine crawlers deal 30 damage against armored units, but the roaches have a lot more hit points, so I would say roaches are actually better than hydralisks in terms of cost.
Who do you think's gonna win, Sungi or Argos?
I think Argos has a little bit of the advantage right now. No, actually, he doesn't have the advantage at all. He has a little bit of a larger roach army, but that's pretty much it. The game is really too early to call. So we have attacking the tier 2 coming in from SungiProS, and Argos already is at tier 2 as well, and now going into double evolution
taking
chambers.
down the destructible rocks.
Yes, I think he wants to try to get this expansion over here.
Okay. Doesn't he already have an expansion? I see 2 blobs on the minimap.
Yeah, as Zerg wants to like kind of spread and swarm all over the place, so they want to get as many expansions as possible,
Oh.
but they don't want to overextend themselves, because then you have too many places to try to defend.
Okay, so he is gearing up to attack. He's got a large mass of roaches. But that's all he has. Where's his Zerglings?
His Zerg, I don't think they had Zerglings anymore. Yeah, there's no Zerglings.
They're all dead?
Well, there's let's see, 15 Zerglings for Argos, and that's it. No Zerglings coming in from Sungi. And now Zerglings.
Is that a Baneling? Oh, never mind.
Back over here, Zerglings. That's a Baneling.
That's a Baneling.
Yeah, Baneling looks like a little. I don't know.
I thought they moved by rolling. He was crawling.
Well, Banelings have a movement speed upgrade, which allows them to roll. So it's called the centrifugal hooks. So, and otherwise,
Hey, how did he put down spine crawlers that quickly?
spine crawlers are actually living things, so they can uproot and then they walk with legs, and then they can reroot in the ground as long as there's creep there.
I didn't see them walking. That's why I was wondering
Oh
where
yeah.
they came from.
So the spine crawlers came from over here. There was 4 here, and then they picked themselves up and moved over. You can now have another hatchery being placed down over here, while we have another hatchery being placed down here, but it was already spotted by Argos, Sungi.
That's not an overlord.
That's an overseer.
Okay.
That's a detector for the Zerg.
Okay.
And I believe he also came in doing a contaminate, so stopping the research on this one evolution chamber for a short amount of time.
Who contaminated it?
That overseer.
Ew.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the overseer was able to contaminate it. The Zerg was
Oh,
able
nice!
to the Zergans were able to take down that hatchery, but now in come the roaches, and the roaches coming in to try to deal some damage, and these rocks are not yet taken down.
So he's dead.
And no, yeah, those Zerglings are just pretty much stuck where they are. The roaches are gonna try to walk up.
No, they didn't
Nope.
go up. They're like, you're not worth it. Oh, never mind.
No, I think they're trying to make sure there's a lot of roaches here, so Sungi should just be able to push in really, really easily. Just attack, move, clean up those Zerglings. Yeah, those Zerglings don't stand a chance. Zerglings now trying to run away.
Hey, there's something going on right there.
Yeah, it's just a swarm of units moving out. So a very, very large army of roaches now moving out, trying to push out. So Sungi has to be careful. Otherwise, those Zerglings are going to be able to take down that hatchery in the back again. And now I believe the roaches did actually see this hatchery being placed down. Does he see it? Yeah, he does see this hatchery down over here. And now the Zerglings coming in to try to destroy this hatchery once again. That drone is going to get taken down. And now the main roach army once again on the move. So the roach is now trying to move out. They are upgraded 1-1. Infestor coming in and a nice fungal growth, stopping many of those roaches, not being able to engage. So roaches against roaches, but Argos has a better arc and is able to deal a lot of damage. The front roaches are getting taken down. Both sides are upgraded with 1-1 roaches each. And both sides are continuing to battle it out. This is just a trading of armies right now, but more reinforcements coming in from Sungi, and this is not looking good at all for Argos. Argos needs to pull back. There's not enough energy for another fungal growth. More roaches are going to be swarming in from the backside as well.
Argos still has more roaches overall, though. Oh, no,
No,
not anymore.
not anymore. So you can see the sheer number of roaches just trying to move in, but there is some spine crawlers. Queens now coming in as well. We need to get another fungal growth. Roaches are trying to engage. The spine crawler going to get taken down. There it goes. As the overlords is just watching in horror as his own roaches are getting taken down. So Sungi, both sides. Oh, a nice burrow coming in, and Argos does it. Yeah, all of those roaches are now burrowed, and now they're regenerating their hit points, and now contaminating the hatchery as well. So he can't see them, and these roaches are also regenerating and healing. So that's the problem. He needs to hatch an overseer. There are some infestors over here, but all of these roaches were healing themselves during this battle. Argos now finally has an overseer, and will be able to spot this, but this is still a problem as Argos is now losing much of his army.
Oh,
but
it's over.
No, but
He's
Argos,
dead.
let's see, Argos has 2-1 upgrades against 2-1 upgrades, so both sides about even, and now you can see Argos training up army-wise. Sungi is sitting at 2550 versus 1825.
Oh, man, he has almost 1,000 more units.
Yeah, he almost has 1,000 more. That is going to be a problem. Now, finally evening up 500,
It's
21.
over.
It is
Argos
not
is
over.
dead.
It is not.
Argos is
No,
dead.
Argos is not dead. Stop sounding like Dash from The Incredibles. We're dead. We're dead. We have a lot of drones now back over here as well. Roach is now trying to move over, and now the Overlords are spawning out this location.
He's trying to spawn again?
Yeah,
He's been
income-wise,
spawning
Argos is
forever.
ahead in terms of economy just by a little bit, just because he has this additional base and has more drones there. And the main bases are pretty much mined out. Nothing mining out over here. A couple of drones mining out this location as well. And this game is still anyone's. You can see now both sides back up to 3,000 in terms of their army.
Wow, that was really fast.
Yeah, it's really, really fast. The Zerg now going, the Sungi now going for a Hydralisk Den as well. So it's going to be Roach Hydra against Roach Infestor. So one Infestor now trying to take down these backdoor rocks. These rocks, if they get taken down, this hatchery may get sniped. And that's going to be an issue as those Roaches now coming in. Going to be able to finish off one quick Roach there. And now going after this hatchery. This hatchery is going to be very, very important and critical. Both sides now battling now. Are we going to get a fungal growth? Not enough energy. And that Roach, able to snipe down that one Infestor there. But Argos has a larger number of Roaches and now battling and now 2-1 upgrades against 2-2. So Argos...
Zergy has more roaches.
Zergy now, Sungi now has more Roaches, and the Roaches are now trying to push back once again, trying to deal more damage. There is a decent arch on Argos. Argos trying to fight back. You can see some of those Roaches.
Sungi's got it.
You think Sungi's got it? More
Sungi's
Roaches.
Gonna take down these Roaches. I see it. I see the numbers. I see the health bars.
Yeah, okay.
It's over. Sungi's got it.
You think so?
At least here.
Okay.
In this battle?
In this battle right here. Oh, there's that fungal
What
growth.
are those big things?
Those little spine crawlers that are trying to move over and they're gonna root themselves over here as in order to offer a little bit more defense. And now, but the Roaches are still coming in, dealing a lot of damage back and forth. And now army-wise,
Come on, burrow.
there's
Yeah.
that burrow, and now regenerating hit points much more quickly. No tunneling claws though, so it is not a faster regeneration rate. Roach is now perhaps going to try to come in from that far side and then hit this hatchery over here on the north. Roach is now coming in. Does it have enough energy? No, doesn't have enough energy. Both sides battling out. 2 infested Terrans now popping out. They will have machine guns to try to shoot back at those Roaches. The infested Terrans, however, low on hit points. Now trying to fight back. This one infestor.
The infested any Terran to extract DNA from.
No, the infestors know Terran DNA already, so they're able to just spawn a Terran with a machine gun. Both sides battling it out. More Roaches now trying to come in, and it's a very, very micro battle, but there are Roaches coming in down over here as well. Those Roaches should be attacking the mineral line, but for some reason just hanging out, just out of combat range. Back over here, Roaches, 4 Roaches against 4 Roaches, both sides microing it, and now Hydralisk joining in on that battle as well.
Oh, he's got Hydralisks.
But Hydralisks have a lot less hit points than Roaches. Roaches are much stronger than Hydralisks against in a one-on-one fight, but the Hydralisks are able to attack air, so both sides battling out, and now...
The Hydralisk is surrounded on both sides
Hydralisk now surrounded on both sides, and you can see the battle still 2-2 upgrades versus 2-2, but Argos now finally getting a larger number, and he may be able to carry this out. You can see the sheer number of 12 there, and then SungiProS says GG.
That was such a fast turnaround. I didn't see it coming. I really thought Sungi had it.
No, Sungi didn't have it just because Argos was able to stop this hatchery a number of times, and then he had Roaches down here. I think if the Roaches actually went into this area right here and started attacking the drones, it would have hurt his economy a little bit further. But by taking down these rocks, which are not normally taken down on Shakuras Plateau, he was able to open up the bases a little bit more and put pressure here, use Zergins to put pressure here, and also funnel in a lot of units in the center.
Good job, Argos.
Yeah, good job, Argos.
I actually wasn't following when you said here, and here.
All right. Well, it's okay. Hopefully the listeners were.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this dual commentary with me and Crota and the wife here on Shakuras Plateau.